Yes. Yes. So we come on to this lecture. Today we will discuss about the uh, spectroscopy. In this discussion, the first chapter is about proton and NMR spectroscopy from your syllabus, and we will discuss how we can make our approach towards this very particular subject, a topic to understand it. See, before starting this, we should know in a single sentence what is the application. Why should I read this? Why should I give time to this? So the best answer is this technique is used to identify, to confirm the structure of any compound, any organic compound. This technique is used called as spectroscopy. So we begin with the introduction and then we'll go for types of NMR. And definitely there are two types of NMR, proton NMR and carbon 13 NMR. So both are there in your syllabus this year. What are the important features? Because only features will tell us the importance about this technique and what are their applications and how one can understand the application of NMR for a given compound. That is called as interpretation of PNMR, proton NMR. Okay. See, what is the meaning of introduction? So, what does it stand for NMR? Okay, NMR means nuclear magnetic resonance. So, this is you see here. What is the meaning of NMR? NMR means nuclear magnetic resonance. This is what nuclear magnetic resonance. NMR. Okay, NMR. What is the meaning of nuclear? Means it deals with the nucleus of an atom, therefore called nuclear magnetic NMR. And most important point is it is the study of absorption of radio wave frequency by nuclei of the atom. Okay, there are three important points: radio wave frequency absorption or radio frequency absorption by the nucleus in the presence of magnetic field. So three sentences you should do. That is called as nuclear magnetic resonance. Okay, absorption of radio frequency radiation by the nuclei of an atom in the presence of magnetic field is called as nuclear magnetic resonance. Question is, what is the meaning of nuclei of or nucleus of atom? We know there are about 120 atoms. So can we say all atoms absorb radiation and their study is called as NMR? No, not at all. Not possible. Only few means there are only 3 or 4. Now you can say 5 elements. Only 5 elements can be studied. And we know organic chemistry is consist of hardly 3 types of elements. Most of them, or majority, is hydrogen and carbon. And third atom can be oxygen, sometimes nitrogen, sometimes sulfur, and sometimes both nitrogen and oxygen. And very rare time there is a presence of halogen atom, right? And phosphorus. So these 5 types of elements. I will repeat: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, halogen. And phosphorus is very rare in organic chemistry, right? Should know that. So be clear with this. So I can rearrange this definition. I can redefine it. It is a study of absorption of radio frequency radiation by the nuclei of 5 elements, or one of them or 2 of them, no problem, in the presence of magnetic field is called as nuclear magnetic resonance. See, it is the spectroscopy or NMR, we can say, which is based on the absorption of spectrometry, or we can say absorption of light. Okay, therefore it is called as absorption spectrometry. So we should know, you may have this question, that absorption spectrometry. Why? Because it interacts with spectrometry means what What is spectrometry means? Spectrum, instrument based on spectrum. What is spectrum? Spectrum is radiation. Which radiation? EMR radiation. What is EMR? Electromagnetic radiation, or we can say radiation of light, sunlight. You got it? Spectrovert came from the sunlight. That's it. And metering is study of that radiation for a particular subject or matter is called spectrometry. So absorption, it is an absorption spectrometry means there is an absorption of radiation by the nuclei. That's all. Very simple. Try to simplify your idea. It is the absorption of radiation, and here specific radio wave radiation or radio frequency radiation by the nucleus in the presence of magnetic field. Actually, what is the mechanism? So it involves the change of spin state of nucleus. Very excellent statement. What happened actually in this? If you go to very elementary, if you are going to every elementary level, so what is the one sentence explanation? It involves the change in spin off. It involves the change in the spin of nucleus, or we can say change in the spin state of nucleus. Both are same. No? So there is a one innovation here. What is that? We can say that like electrons, nucleus do have a spin. You got it? We learned in other chemistry that electron possesses spin. Electron and electron contain two types. We have discussed many ideas, right? Yes or no? Yes. Electron have upward, downward spin, right? They call as spin quantum number. Similarly, nucleus do have spin. Remember, nucleus do have spin, but all nucleus do not have spin. We say all electrons have spin, but there is a difference here. Only few nucleus they have spin state. Okay, only few nucleus they have spin, or we can say only few nucleus. Nucleus means always remember, जब भी हम बात करेंगे न्यूक्लियस की, इसका मतलब ये है कि एटम की बात हो रही है. हाँ, न्यूक्लियस न्यूक्लियस न्यूक्लियस, और समटाइम विल से प्रोटॉन आल्सो. सो न्यूक्लियस मीन्स वास, ये बात हो रही है एटम का न्यूक्लियस. तो उसकी भी क्या हो रही है? इट आल्सो हैज स्पिन. उसकी भी स्पिन होती है, एंड उसकी स्पिन का चेंज जो होता है, स्पिन स्टेट का चेंज, दैट इज नथिंग बट कॉल्ड एज रेजोनेंस. ओके, विल गो फॉर दैट. When the nucleus, let us go for the mechanism. When the nucleus absorbs electromagnetic radiation, there is a sunlight in a strong magnetic field. So it is a complete idea. Now let us define this whole statement. We will define again. What is that? So nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, or NMR spectroscopy, is basically a form of absorption spectrometry in which, or it involves change of the spin state of a nucleus when कब होता है ऐसा? When the nucleus absorb EMR, electromagnetic radiation, in a strong magnetic field. Why the word is used strong here, we will also have a definition for that. Okay, तो आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि किसकी बात हो रही है. आपके पास एक न्यूक्लियस है, प्रोटॉन है, कार्बन है, हाइड्रोजन है, देन फ्लोरीन है, क्लोरीन है, फास्फोरस है, सल्फर है, ऑक्सीजन है. बस मैंने दूसरे नाम नहीं लिया हूँ, इतने लिया हूँ. आई विल रिपीट. कार्बन, सॉरी नॉट फर्स्ट वन, प्रोटॉन, कार्बन, नाइट्रोजन, फास्फोरस, फ्लोरीन, फिनिश. बस इतना ही है. पांच 6 जो हमने ऑक्सीजन का, ऑक्सीजन डू नॉट इंटरेक्ट विद द रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी रेडिएशन. ऑक्सीजन डू नॉट इंटरेक्ट. हम देखेंगे why. We will go for that why. So what is the definition of NMR spectroscopy? It is a absorption spectroscopy. What is the basic mechanism in this? Change of spin state of nucleus takes place when the nucleus absorbs electromagnetic radiation in the strong magnetic field. Fine. What is the source of energy? Which energy we will use? Definitely, it is nothing but the EMR radiation. But can we generate? Yes, we can generate it. Very simple. And see, the source of energy element is radio waves. Okay, radio waves which have a long wavelength. To understand this radio waves, so we should know there is a EMR spectrum. जो एनर्जी का स्पेक्ट्रम होता है जो सन से आती है, सनलाइट, इसको हम सनलाइट बोलते हैं, उसमें कितनी एनर्जी होती है? देयर इज अ कॉस्मिक रेज, हाईएस्ट एनर्जी। अगर वो कॉस्मिक रेज ह्यूमन को टच करती है, ह्यूमन को जला देंगे, वो इतनी इसमें एनर्जी होती है। देन वी हैव अ गामा रेज, वेरी डेंजरस, अगेन हाई एनर्जी रेज। देन एक्स रेज इज देयर आल्सो, वी नो एक्स रेज। उसके बाद में क्या होता है? एक्स रे के बाद में लेस एनर्जी जो होती है, हम धीरे धीरे आ रहे हैं, कॉस्मिक, गामा, एक्स रेज। ओके, बट देन वी हैव we say UV visible. Okay, we have ultraviolet, visible, then infrared. Okay, IR, infrared. After that we have a microwave, then we have a radio wave, then a TV wave, television waves, like these waves. So continuous spectrum is there. उसमें कौन सा लेते हैं हम? आपका न्यूक्लियस जो है उसको बहुत कम एनर्जी चाहिए। Our nucleus required very less energy, that is a radio wave, which has a very लेस एनर्जी। इतनी एनर्जी होती है कम उसमें, ये वेव्स में, कि उससे इलेक्ट्रॉन का एक्साइटेशन नहीं होता। याद रखिए, ये एनर्जी वेव्स जो है दे डू नॉट एक्साइट इलेक्ट्रॉन, बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रॉन को इतनी एनर्जी से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, इलेक्ट्रॉन उसमें हलने वाला भी नहीं है। यू गॉट इट? ओनली न्यूक्लियस कैन एब्जॉर्ब दैट, एंड because it's of long wavelength and very low energy, and low energy and low frequency. Fine? Yes, so you got it. So this radio wave cannot push the electron. याद रखिए, this radio waves cannot touch the electron, cannot push the electron. Why? Because it is very less energy and it cannot bring out the transition of electron. It only what it do? It is only responsible for, or what it can do? It can only bring out the change in the spin of the nuclear state of nucleus. हम देखेंगे कि न्यूक्लियस कौन से स्टेट में होता है कि वो चेंज उसकी स्पिन हो जाती है और उसको वो रेडियो वेव से होती है, हम देखेंगे। नाउ रिमेंबर, व्हेन very interesting sentence. This is the what we say the most important principle of NMR. Remember, all of you write it. You can put your status also, no issue. When low energy radio waves interact with the molecule, they can change nuclear spin of some elements having spin state half, including hydrogen 1 and carbon 13. What is the meaning of this number? 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 It is about the isotopes. It is about the isotope. This is the, what should we say? This is the principle of spectroscopy. What is that? When low energy radio waves, because radio waves क्या होती है? It is always with the low energy. When these low energy radio waves interact with a molecule, they can change nuclear spin of some elements having spin state half, including proton and carbon 13. इन नंबर का मीनिंग क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि 1H है तो 2H भी रहेगा और 3H भी रहेगा। Can you say yes or no for this? Yes. What do you say for this? Yes. Yes or no? 2H पॉसिबल है या नहीं है? Yes, Farah, Neha, what do you say?
Possible.
2H is possible, 3H is possible. What is the name of 2H? There is a deuterium. T. What is for 3H?
Tritium.
Tritium. There is a T. Right, tritium. Similarly, what do you say for carbon 12 or carbon 13? So two things are possible. Carbon 12 is possible and carbon 13 is present. So hope you got it. So इसमें जब स्पेसिफिक दिया है ना उसने, इसका मतलब ये है कि ये आउट ऑफ दिस थ्री 1 2 3 how many active? These two do not show any reaction while absorption of रेडी वेव. ये रेडी वेव अगर ये एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं, इनके न्यूक्लियस की स्पिन में कोई चेंज नहीं आता है. They do not change. हमको क्या चाहिए? What we want? We want change in the spin, right? Yes or no? We want change in the nuclear spin. लेकिन ये न्यूक्लियस जो है, ये न्यूक्लियस की स्पिन में चेंज नहीं आता है. ओनली दैट हाइड्रोजन विल चेंज इट्स न्यूक्लियर स्पिन विच इज हैविंग मास 1. इसका मास कितना होता है ड्यूटेरियम का? यस,
2,
2. व्हाट इज द मास ऑफ ट्राइटियम?
3.
3. So deuterium and tritium do not interact and they do not show the nuclear spin change. Okay, fine. Next point. Similarly, when you talk about the carbon 12, so carbon 12 is called as inactive nucleus. Carbon 12 is called as inactive nucleus. Okay, carbon 12 is called as inactive nucleus and carbon 13 is active nucleus. And why? We will go for the discussion why carbon 12 is inactive, deuterium is inactive, tritium is inactive, and other many nucleus are inactive. We will go for that. Okay. Now let us go for the next point is types of NMR. Okay, and we know there are two types of NMR, two common types of nucleus, because N for nucleus, you remember N for nucleus. So only two nucleus are here, which actually this is a very primitive stage. Okay, when NMR जब डेवलप हो रहा था उस वक्त दो ही न्यूक्लियस थे, प्रोटॉन और कार्बन 13. अभी भी है, लेकिन बाद में फ्लोरीन भी डेवलप हुआ है, F19 NMR कहते हैं. फॉस्फोरस 31 NMR भी इज आल्सो डेवलप. लेकिन इसका ज्यादा एप्लीकेशन है किसका? द इन ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, प्रोटॉन NMR and carbon 13 NMR are very common. So here two common techniques are there which are used to characterize the organic structure. The number one is 1H NMR. Actually, how we write this? This is how we write this. We should write like this. So remember, okay? आपको सबको कैसा लिखना है? ये इस तरह लिखना है. ये ऐसा लिखना है. ऐसा. Sorry. ये यहाँ पर लिखना है 1. ऐसा means superscript. Not like this. Okay? It should be superscript. 1H NMR. 1H NMR. The first type of NMR is 1H NMR. So you see here, this technique or this spectroscopy, that is 1H NMR spectroscopy, is used to determine, very important point, what? I am underlining this. Type and number of in the molecule. I will repeat. Types of NMR, there are two types of NMR. Proton NMR, it is labeled here, proton NMR, it is proton NMR, and another is carbon 13 NMR. Now, proton NMR is used to determine the type and number of proton or number of hydrogen atoms in the molecule. I will repeat. What is the application? The greatest single unique application of this technique is to determine the type and number of proton, present in the molecule. Proton means hydrogen atom. हम इसको प्रोटॉन इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि it looks like a proton. Okay, so hydrogen atom. So I will repeat the statement. There are two types of NMR spectroscopy: proton NMR, HNMR, or it is also called as proton NMR. HNMR, which is used to determine the type and number of hydrogen atoms in the molecule. कोई भी मॉलिक्यूल हो, अगर वो मॉलिक्यूल आपको अननोन है और अगर आप वो मॉलिक्यूल को स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर में रखते हो, NMR स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर में, दैट मॉलिक्यूल आपको बताएगा कि उसमें कितने हाइड्रोजन्स हैं और कितने टाइप्स के हाइड्रोजन्स हैं. हम देखेंगे एग्जाम्पल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू सी मीथेन. अब मीथेन अब मीथेन में लिख रहा हूँ, बट आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी हाइड्रोजन हियर, तो दिस विल टेल यू कि मीथेन में कितने हाइड्रोजन है। अभी तो बोल दूंगे आप कितने होते हैं हाइड्रोजन, 4 हाइड्रोजन, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एटम्स। तो मीथेन में 4 हाइड्रोजन है, लेकिन टाइप कितने हो, चार, चार की टाइप है, चारों पे हाइड्रोजन। आर दे ऑफ वन टाइप और टू टाइप्स और थ्री टाइप्स और फोर टाइप्स? दे आर ऑफ वन टाइप। व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर कनेक्टेड ओनली वन हाइड्रोजन, वन कार्बन। ऑल द फोर, पहले क्या मालूम हुआ हमको, मीथेन में 4 हाइड्रोजन है, there's number of hydrogens confirmed. What about types? How many types? Only one type. Why? Because they are connected to, all of them are connected to only what? The carbon, only one carbon. Similarly, if you talk about methanol, you talk about methanol. अब मिथेनॉल का स्ट्रक्चर इमेजिन करो आप, तो आप लॉजिकली बताइए, थ्योरेटिकली, कि इस स्पेक्ट्रम ने, एनएमआर के इंस्ट्रूमेंट ने, जब मिथेनॉल का सैंपल आप वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट में डालते हो, तो उसने कितने प्रोटॉन बताना चाहिए टोटल
4,
इथेनॉल में? वेरी नाइस फरक। और कितने टाइप्स के बताना चाहिए?
2,
वेरी गुड। कौन से?
एक ऑक्सीजन से अटैच्ड और एक कार्बन से अटैच्ड, 3 कार्बन से अटैच्ड।
वेरी गुड, दैट्स ग्रेट। देखिए आपको आइडिया है इसका, ये मिथेनॉल का स्ट्रक्चर है और बिल्कुल ऐसे ही होता है। हम देखेंगे, विल गो फॉर दैट। कि एनएमआर स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी इज वेरी आउटस्टैंडिंग, एक्सीलेंट, यूनिक मेथड फॉर द डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ various structures of organic compound, known and unknown. Okay, so you got it. Now, if you talk about dimethyl ether, so if I write here dimethyl ether, so what do you say? इसमें क्या बोलोगे आप? कितने कितने नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन बताएगा ये स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी में? 6। एंड हाउ मेनी टाइप्स?
2,
1,
अब 2 आंसर आ गए, 1 and 2, एंड 1 इज करेक्ट आंसर। व्हाई? बिकॉज ये स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी किसके साथ में चलता है? इट वर्क विद द सिमेट्री, वन ऑफ द सिमेट्री। दिस स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी वर्क विद द सिमेट्री। ओके, दिस स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी वर्क्स विद द सिमेट्री। ओके, सो इसमें सिमेट्री है। अगर इस मॉलिक्यूल कट करते हो आप, इक्वल पार्ट में डिवाइड होता है, तो ओनली आधा पार्ट लेना है आपको। यू गॉट इट? समझा? आपको मॉलिक्यूल कट करना है, ओनली हाफ सिमेट्री अगर उसमें है, प्लेन ऑफ सिमेट्री। इफ यू कट द मॉलिक्यूल इन इक्वल पार्ट, यू विल से दैट half will be there, so that is called as the type of proton. So only one type. Now you see, if you think about the ethene CH2 double bond. Now कितने प्रोटॉन बताएगा? नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन, हाइड्रोजन कितने बताएगा? 4, टोटल 4। एंड हाउ मेनी टाइप्स कट हो रहा है कि इक्वल पार्ट में? यस और नो?
यस सर।
तो कितने टाइप्स के प्रोटॉन? ओनली
वन टाइप
ऑफ प्रोटॉन। ओके, like that. Okay, we'll go for other examples, and definitely you will get very much a clear idea about this now. Another type of NMR spectroscopy is carbon 13 or 13 carbon. Another type is what is called as 13 carbon NMR spectroscopy. What is the function? What is the job of this particular technique? It is used to determine the type of carbon atom in the given molecule में, सैंपल में कितने टाइप्स के कार्बन हैं, that within a fraction of minute you will get the answer by using this technique. For example, you see, you think about methane. So if you see methane, only one type of carbon, that's it. What is it for ethane? And remember, this also works with what? Symmetry. This also works with symmetry. So is it divisible equally into 2 parts? Yes. तो ओनली आपको एक ही पार्ट लेना है। ये इसका बहुत सुपीरियर क्वालिटी है कि आपको टोटल मॉलिक्यूल को फोकस नहीं करना है। नो नीड टू फोकस टोटल मॉलिक्यूल, हाफ यू कट इट द मॉलिक्यूल, बट व्हेन if it is equally divisible. And how we can understand equally divisible है? तो अगर आप ये हाफ पार्ट को इफ यू पुट बिफोर मिरर, और मिरर में ये बाकी का हाफ दिखाई देता है, that is called as plane of symmetry is present. You got it? Plane of symmetry is present. So what do you think for ethane? Ethane give how many types of, how many number of carbon atoms? Two number of carbon atoms. But here it will not give information of two. It will not give number. It will only type of carbon. See, it is different from proton and NMR. Proton will give two information, type as well as number. But this only type. So in ethane, how many types of protons?
One type of protein.
Sorry, how many types of carbon? Sorry. Ethane में how many types of carbon?
One type of sir.
One type of carbon only. See, अभी आपको थोड़ा नहीं समझ में आएगा, लेकिन as we go for the further example, you will understand this. If I write here ethane, is ethane. What you do? You the first point, you try for presence of symmetry or not. Yes, there no symmetry is there. है ना? You take only one side. So how many carbon? Only one type of carbon. That's a type of carbon. What you say for propane? Yes, anyone? Is it divisible? Yes, from this carbon it is divisible equally. तो आपको दो कौन सा लेना? एक साइड लेना है, तो ये पूरा कार्बन आएगा और ये कार्बन भी आएगा. What you say? How many types of carbon here? Two types of carbon here. There are two types of carbon. उसका हम और अरेंजमेंट करेंगे. Don't worry, we will go for that also. See, now you tell me. We will try to understand this concept. Okay, it's a very interesting concept. Now you tell me. Imagine ethane. अब ethane में कितने टाइप से कार्बन है हमको मालूम करना है by using this technique. But can we get it theoretically? Yes. How? See. You imagine ethane. Ethane में how many hydrogens are there in ethane? 6 hydrogens, right? So CH3 bond CH3. Can I write? Yes, like this. Like this. Can I write like this or no? Yes. Fine. Yes. If I remove here, see, हमको theoretically कैसा सीखना है? देखिए, आपको theoretically सीखना है, फिर automatically भी आ जाएगा ना. ये जो है ना H, यहाँ का मैं एक H निकालता हूँ. I will write here Cl. What is the name?
Chloroethane.
Chloroethane. Very good. Now ये हो गया. फिर again I will take ethane और मैं लेफ्ट साइड के कार्बन का H निकालता हूँ. I will take one more ethane. I will remove this one H and write Cl. What is the name? You are getting or not? See, what I will do, I have here ethane. I want to exchange H by chlorine. Exchange by chlorine. So I will get it CH3, CH3, CH2, Cl. What is the name of this compound? Yes, anyone?
Chloroethane or ethyl chloride.
Ethyl chloride. Or you tell IUPAC name. What is the name? Dhruv?
1-chloroethane.
Yes, you can say it's a 1-chloroethane. Very good. Now I will take one more ethane, another molecule. ये बेस्ट टेक्निक है, आपको सबको समझ में आएंगी. Now you see. Again, I will want to change 1H by Cl, but I want to remove from this side. So I will write here Cl, CH2. What is the name of this compound? इसका नाम क्या है? Yes. बोलो नेहा. What is that?
Chloroethane, sir. Same.
Same. Very good. Both are same. When both are same, it means both carbon are same. So all of you got it? So what do? You do the displacement reaction experiment. When we perform displacement experiment, you can get easy idea of how many types of carbon. So what you say in ethane? How many types of carbon then? Only
One type
One
of.
type.
why? How you got it? Because when I am doing replacement, I am getting the same compound and by when I am playing the IUPAC nomenclature technique. Fine. Now you think about propane. Same. All of you go for that. You think about propane and replace this first right side CH3 H by Cl. So I will get like this or not? Yes or not? Yes. Now in the second case, I will replace the middle carbon hydrogen and I will get this. Yes or no? And in third case, I will replace the left side CH3 and I will get like this. So out of these three, what is the name of this first one? Yes. 1-fluoro
Propane.
propane. What is the name of this?
2-chloropropane.
This.
1-chloropropane.
And what is this? 2-chloropropane.
2-chloropropane.
So कौन से नाम मैच हो गए हैं बोलो? First and third is matched.
First and third.
तो first and third is matched means they are same and the one is. तो ये एक कैटेगरी ये हो गई. So एक कैटेगरी A टाइप ये हो गया और ये हो गया B टाइप. तो कितने टाइप्स के प्रोटॉन्स हो गए फिर बोलो? कार्बन हो गए. Two types of proton. So all you got it? All of you got it? Yes. Can you go for butane? Yes, all of you. Try for butane fast. What do you say for butane?
Two will be same.
Very good, very nice. So how many types of carbon in butane?
Two.
Yes?
2.
Very nice, 2 types. You go for pentane, you draw pentane. All of you draw pentane. And write first chlorine, then second carbon chlorine, third carbon chlorine, fourth carbon, right side ka ye methane. So how many types of carbon?
3.
Yes, can you repeat?
3, sir.
Very nice. 3 sets of, very good. There are 3 sets of, or we can say 3 types of carbon in pentane. Very nice. तो सबको समझा ये? आप में से किसी को दिक्कत है तो बोलिए. Can you think about the last example for today's lecture? You take cyclohexane. My question is, are these 6 carbon are same or not? So replace first of all 6 आपको 6 करना पड़ेगा. Replace एक against, अगर ये replace किया इसका नाम, यहाँ पे replace किया उसका नाम, यहाँ पे replace किया, ऐसे 6 compounds मिलेंगे. What is the name of these 6 compounds? Same or different?
Same.
So what do you say? How many types of carbon in cyclohexane?
1.
1 type.
Great. What do you say for cyclopentane?
1, sir.
1 type. Yes, only one. Cyclopentane will also produce only one set. Only one set of. ये सब same है. CH2. So all of you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you keep going. You think about cyclopropane. You think about cyclooctane. So you will find that number of carbon can easily be found out. Similarly, number of hydrogen also we find out by the same displacement experiment method. It's very interesting to understand the spectroscopic assay. Okay, in the next lecture, we will also go for a few examples. Okay. Right. So, any questions? If you have, you can ask the question.
Wait,
So I
how many